Hello, 4:46 p.m. Eastern Time, September 27, 2023. We got great news to report. Yes, we're just waiting for you to get in. The moment you get in, we start. Okay? Yes, we got great news. Why? Because our client is finally a lawful permanent resident. Yes, say hi in the comment. Let me know where you were and where you are actually watching me from. I know the lightning is too much or too little, but we have great news to report. So let me know where you are actually watching me from. Let me know in the comments so we can discuss this great news. And I'm going to tell you exactly how we went about it. And I'm going to tell you exactly how are you going to get your green card, right? So from North Carolina, wow, Greensboro, wow. I guess I've been in North Carolina before. Is Charlotte in North Carolina? I think so, right? Yes, I've been to Charlotte before, but that's a long time ago, like maybe 2017. No, maybe 2014. Seattle, yes, any. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I've been there a long time ago. That's why I can't really remember. Omani Kofi, how are you? Yes, we're gonna talk about this subject. This is really great news for our client. And because I don't really check the status, I didn't even know that it was approved on September 18, the same day we went for the interview. Right after the interview, I just didn't even know because I don't really check until I actually get the letter. So that's what's going on. I'm going to share the screen with you in a minute, really, but we're going to talk about those allegations when it comes to fraudulent marriage. When there is allegations, right? When there are some allegations, what exactly, how can you go about it? What exactly can you do? Exactly can you do? I'm just so excited. I can't even talk. I'm just so happy for my client, really, because 21 years later, and this is not about a child petitioning for her, right? This is a VAWA application because remember, her child or her children are still minor children, right? Waiting for them until they turn 21, that's a long way to go. So we're going to get into it in a minute. Let me share my screen so we can get started. Yes, let me share my screen. Uh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen here in a minute because it's yeah, okay. I can share the entire screen. Okay. Let me share my screen and let me know once you see it, right? Can you see it? Let me know. Can you see it? Yeah, let me know if you can see it so we can get started. Because I'm not really good with those technology. I do my best. Uh, yeah, I'm not really good with it, but I do my best. Yeah, can you see my screen? I hope you can see it, right? Okay. So if you can see my screen, please let me know, right? So yeah, what happened was my client last entry is 2002, okay, with F1 visa, student visa. Well, and she went to school, which is a good thing, right? It really plays out when you are defending yourself that you came with the student visa and you actually went to school, right? But if you didn't go to school, no worries. We can find a way to defend it if we have some other evidence that suggests otherwise. But basically, the reasons why you didn't go to school, right? So, but anyway, this one, she went to school and she actually graduated. Good news. Uh, but then she overstayed her visa. Then in 2009, she filed I-130 and I-485 based on marriage. Okay, forgot to put this one here. Based on marriage. She files it based on marriage. Then in 2010, 1 year later, she appeared for an interview. And then 10 days later, after the interview, USCIS issued a notice of intent to deny with fraud allegation, with fraud, shame, marriage allegation. So when USCIS issue you a notice to intent to deny notice, just know that the serious matter, right? It is a very serious matter. The moment they issue a notice for intent to deny, it just looks like they're going to deny it unless you provide substantial evidence, right? So, and among other allegations, discrepancies in the interview, failure to provide a divorce decree, like the abusive spouse, like her husband failed to provide the divorce decree because he was previously married and divorced, right? And then they failed to show that they were living together because they didn't have like a legit lease agreement because they were living at somebody else's house, okay, in a basement. The person was like renting a bedroom, okay, like a basically like a studio in his own basement. So then they didn't really have some type of lease agreement. So then the green card was denied, but the client was still legally married to the U.S. spouse. So then she came to me back in 2010. Well, I wasn't a lawyer, but she came to me in 2022, right? That's when we filed for VAWA. She explained to me the situation. I read the case, the facts. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna give it a try. Then I provided her with guidance, right? We filed the VAWA and the green card together because she's not in removal. So we filed both things together. And when we filed it, what happened was we had to expedite. Remember, we filed the VAWA petition on May 24, 2022. Then we expedite. And then 11 months later, right, March, not even 11 months, maybe 10 months later, right, they gave us the approval for the VAWA 10 months later because of expedite requests. Okay, don't go with those timing. Those timing, we had to put a lot of work, expedite request. That's why we got this approved. Then the interview was scheduled for the green card on September 18. That's when I went to Ohio. Then it was approved the same day. I didn't even know, but it was approved. I'm going to show you. So this is the actual application. You can see here. Yeah. Sorry. You can see. Yeah. We filed on May 2022, approved on September 18, 2023. So the green card was approved in 16 months. But the VAWA was approved within 10 months. So 6 months later, they approved the green card. And you can see here is VAWA self-petitioner, approval notice, welcome to the United States of America. I'm going to stop right here and take questions. So this is the great news. So if you have questions about this case, please do not don't mind consulting, okay? Because when it comes to fraud allegations, first of all, USCIS has to show with probative and substantial evidence. If they can't show all that, then you can fight it. They have to have the evidence remember the standards, we got only like perhaps when it comes to proving those marriages, we have three standards, right? Preponderance of evidence, uh, probative and substantial, and then we have clear and convincing. So fourth marriage is in the middle, not too low. The bar is not too low, the bar is not too high, but it's just right in the middle. However, USCIS has to show that. If USCIS doesn't show it, then yeah, you have to fight it. Even if when the USCIS shows you the evidence and you have other evidence contrary to what they're saying, you gotta fight it. Those allegations, you have to fight those allegations, because if you don't fight for those allegations, what's gonna happen is it's gonna stay in the record, and there's no waiver available for a bar under 24C. 204C. There's no waiver available. That's like a permanent bar. So that's why you gotta fight it. Okay, I'm gonna take questions now. First of all, we have 9 people here. Please go ahead and like. Please go ahead and share. Please go ahead and subscribe. I know Nepal 123. You're in the house. Go ahead and like, please. Any, please go ahead and like. Amani Kofi, go ahead and like. Yes, and if anybody has a question, this is the moment I'm going to try to answer those questions, because I see people emailing me with random questions. Instead of coming to live, they don't want to come to live. They just want to answer me to answer them random question. I don't do that. So I don't do that. It's either you consult or you come to a live session. Okay. So yes, we're taking questions. We are so happy today. This is a really good news. It made my day. You know, those cases like this, when somebody's so desperate, um, and you can find a solution for them, then they can go and see their family. Like my client has still has her parents alive, and they're still, one of them was sick. So now she can actually travel and go see her parents with no worries. Um, Not to mention she has children here too. She can bring her children so that they can see their grandparents. You see, these children are young. Then she, remember, if you have young children and you have to wait for 21 years, um, that's a long time to wait, on top of the years that you already waited, right? So in this case, she came in 2022, and the children were born later, like in 2012 and 13. So they're still young. When are they going to turn 21? That's like in 10 years, right? So yeah, she couldn't wait. She had a valid case. A lot of lawyers turned her down, but we had to take this matter in our own hands and deliver. This is a great news, my friend. This is so good that I'm so excited. We have a question here. It's the new program that comes out for Venezuela TPS. Can they start applying, or they have to wait for the board to pass the law? What program are you talking about? Are you talking about TPS? TPS, you have to wait for the registration period. Usually, when it's time to register, they're gonna give a news. It's gonna be on the USCIS website, and it's gonna say it's time to register for TPS. Yeah, so just wait, you'll see it. Keep checking the USCIS.gov website. You'll see it. So are you like a new applicant? Yeah, just wait for the registration period. It's gonna come pretty soon, I believe next month, right? So yeah, it's gonna get there, and then it's gonna open up for people to actually apply. So you have to just monitor the website uscis.gov. Anybody else has a question? I know this life is too early. Evers Akigwe. Thank you. Thank you. We're so excited for this client. Trust me, this client came in 2002 as a student. And this is not her first time coming to America. She first came in 1998 for visit, I believe, and then went home and came back in 2002 as a student and then got into this bad marriage, right? Bad marriage. And then USCIS had some fraud allegations, serious allegations, but we were able to defeat those allegations 10 years later because remember, she got denied in 2010 and she never applied until 2022. So 10 years later, we went and defeated those allegations with affidavits of support, testimony, uh, really some other reasoning, like just legal arguments. Yes, that was really good. You're welcome, Diana family from Georgia. You're welcome. Anybody else has a question so we can move along with those questions? If you have a question, really, please put it in the comment so we can answer that question for you. If you need a consultation, all the links are in the description box. Yes, so yes. Hi, Gonzalez. And please like and share, really. Please like and share. We really need that. Thank you, Annie. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. That's when, some people give up so early. This person, she actually consulted with somebody else. The other lawyer told her this is not a winning case, but she didn't give up. She had to do at least other opinions to get some opinion from other lawyers so she can come up with her decision. And in my personal opinion, she made the best decision ever. This is good news because she's going to see her family and her children's going to see their grandfather, their grandmother from both sides of her now new husband now because she's going to get married to another husband. So yeah, this is great news. I'm so happy for her because she was stuck here for 21 years without traveling outside. It's not that easy. I mean, for people who do not have a way to travel, it's not easy. It's not that easy. The stress, it's not. So we were so happy. And we're glad she didn't give up. And not to mention the decision came the same day we went to the interview, but I never checked because I can't be tracking down all those we see because you get depressed, you get headache. Yeah. So I just wait for the letters. After the interview, I'm done. I'm just waiting for the letters. So then I received the letter in the mail today. I was like, wow, this is great. Yeah, I don't check every single day. I have a client who got her green card, I believe, last year. She was checking like every single day. I was like, you're going to get sick. Anyway, anybody else has a question? Anybody has? Those are the type of cases that make me happy because sometimes we have cases that drag you down like, oh my God, you try your best, it doesn't work. But this one was really good. It was challenging, but we did it, And I'm so happy. That's why you see me smiling and all that, because it gives me hope and purpose to continue with my job, So anyway, anybody else has a question? If there's no more questions, I am just gonna hang up for today. And tomorrow, if we have another news, I pray tomorrow we have another news so we can come back. I want to have good news all until the end of this year. I really have to have good news because I have some people with asylum pending. We are still waiting for the interview. And I have some other client who went to the interview 3 times and we're still waiting for the result. So yeah, I'm praying that all the news that comes back are going to be good news. Okay, we have a question. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm waiting for referrals. Thank you very much. You can share it. You can start by sharing this video. You can start by liking. You can start by sharing my links. By following me too, right? Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. What else we have here going on? Threads. Thank you very much. So anybody else has a question? Yeah, I'm hoping that we're gonna have great news for the rest of this year. I'm just praying like this. Because I had a client last year, she was checking every single day. I told her, my friend, you're gonna get sick. But she didn't listen. But she got it. But the way she was going about it, it was really like, oh. Thank you very much, Elvis. Anyway, I guess we don't have any more questions. We are going to hang up and continue tomorrow. If you have great news, we'll continue. Let me just check if there's any immigration news going on right now. Let me just check if I can see any immigration news going on. Yeah, we have a news. I have to share this news. We have a news about work permit. Let me share my screen. Yeah, let me share my screen again. Yes, so USCIS increases employment authorization document validity period for certain categories. Okay, to increase the maximum validity period to 5 years. Wow, for initial and renewal employment authorization. This is great news. Okay, for certain non-citizens who are employment authorized incidental to status or circumstances, including those admitted as refugee, paroled as refugee, granted asylum, as well as recipient of withholding of removal. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then we're also increasing the maximum validity period to 5 years for initial and renewal EADs for certain non-citizens who must apply for employment authorization, including applicant for asylum or withholding of removal, adjustment of status, and suspension of deportation or cancellation of removal. Wow, this is great news too, right? Yeah. Wow, this is great news. So increasing the maximum by 5 years is intended to significantly reduce the employment. Yeah, that's really good. So, but it depends of this if of the status, right? For example, if you have a employment authorization under C9, which is marriage, right? And then it's 5 years when the case is pending. However, if the case is denied, then the employment authorization too may be terminated before the expiration date. Let's say the person has a green card pending based on marriage, and they have they get their employment authorization card, and then the green card gets denied. Even if it said that it was valid for 5 years, but the fact that the green card got denied, then the employment is authorization card is going to be expired as well before the date that is listed on their employment. So authorization card. So, but the fact that they're increasing for 5 years it's just good, because remember those cases pending for too long and people have to pay 410 every time. So it's, I think this is a good idea, to be honest. What else? I guess that's it, right? That's the only news we have here. But that's a good news, really. Wow, this is really good news. What else we have? Yeah, and then USCIS exempt biometric services for I-5. Yeah, this one I talked about it already. Stop sharing. Yeah, anybody else has a question? If there's no more question, the government shutdown will affect, usually, yes, it does. But I don't think there will be a shutdown, to be honest with you. I don't think so. They always come up with a solution at almost the day before. I guess now it's partially down, but they always come up with a solution. Remember, even under Trump, they came up with a solution. They always come up with a solution. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't be concerned about it, okay? Because I always see that they always come up with some type of solution. So unless this year is different, right? Gonzalez, don't take me on my words. Unless this year is different, I don't know. But in the experience we have in this country, they always come with some type of solution. So, but if there is shutdown, yes, it's gonna affect the timing, the timeline, the timing, all that. Yes, the answer is yes. I hope not, because I need to work for living. I hope not. Anyway, so this is it for today. This is a great news. Please share this video. It can help somebody who's trying to fight those fraud allegations. Because if you don't fight it, it stay in the record, and that's it. Permanent bar. You can't do nothing. Can't bring your family. Can't really do nothing. So that's why it is really important that people fight it right on, okay, with any type of evidence, and we can provide guidance. Yes, that's a great news. I hope we have better news, uh, uh, more good news until the end, until December 31st. Then we're going to think about next year when the time comes. Until next time, bye bye. Thank you very much.